All right, so put some paint on the table saw, and I painted this piece of angle. So now I have to get the angle mounted to the front of the table saw. So it's a 3x3 angle, and then a 2x3 channel, hollow tube channel for the guide itself. I spent some time like grinding away at this, trying to get all the surface rust off, but it's Rust-Oleum. I just threw a decent coat on it. These little guys have come in handy a bunch recently, and not just as like a outfeed, infeed kind of gesture. It's like if you move it enough that you see that you moved it, you've gone too far. So I spent a ton of time leveling it and getting it perfect. But I'm not so sure that this is even the right spot yet. All right. I don't want to put the angle too high because then I won't be able to use my sled. And that's important because I love that rockler sled.
Hey, I'd like to take a second to remind you that if you find this helpful, please like and subscribe for more videos like this in the future.
We got 3/8 hardware, which is, it's too big, of course, but perfect for tapping. It's like just enough. I could tap these. Anytime you're drilling metal, some thread cutting oil. So a lot of pressure and just very slow. So that's super time consuming. Also, watch what you're wearing. That oil will get on the second I clean this up right away. Otherwise, this is not coming out. These weren't drilled perfectly, which is my fault. Right? I didn't measure and correctly mark the center of the holes. That hole's not too bad. Right? Like that one's good. And this next one is good. This next one is just a hair off. This one is good. But this one's just a hair off. 2 out of 5 is not terrible, and I will live with it. Let's see if that fixes any of the walk. Check out this crazy contraption. We got a 1/4-inch drive going backwards to fit onto the tap, and then a small bit that has some protrusion here to another driver, to another 1/4, to a ratchet. That is seriously the weirdest setup I have ever done. This is my first video that I put out since I got a dedicated microphone. I really appreciate your comments on what you think. I have everything bolted up except there's still a problem. I still have like 3 washers on the backside and they're still sticking out. So I am going to cut those. All right, so I got it in temporary place and it looks really good. So for the gap in here, I ended up getting a piece of aluminum, 3/4 square channel, and then to make up the 3/8 difference under here, I got a piece of channel, and it's like a half channel basically. So it's 1/8 inch thick, but the channel itself is like to 3/8. So this is only a 36-inch piece. I'm gonna cut it. So I'll chop this up into 5s, drill out the hole so the bolt passes through it. I won't thread it. And the only piece that will be threaded will be the large channel. I'm gonna line up the very end with the very end of the table, and I'm gonna cut that off. This was glued on by the previous owner, and I'm gonna try to chisel it out, and I'll paint it again so it's nice and black, and then I'll get the sticky tape, and that way I can just mount this thing and then put this tape down so it's perfect and it doesn't have a piece hanging wildly off one end. Trying to figure out where to put the bolt is I'll mark this spot right here. And I'll do the same. I'll pull a measurement from the backside here, so that's the same. And again from the backside here. And then I'll take some chalk and snap it. So finally got all the holes drilled everywhere. That only took the entirety of the afternoon. But now it's time to tap these 5 holes. I don't know if you guys have tapped anything. Tapped. Where did that come from? Tapped. This is a process for sure. It is kind of fun though. Like, I mean, this entire process is taking me 12 hours towards it. If you're one of those people that are time versus money, and you could be doing something that's much more profitable or, family oriented, then maybe this isn't for you. On Amazon for the guide and the angle that's pre-drilled, but I'm pretty sure this is originally for like Delta, so you're gonna have to drill it again for the Craftsman. I'm pretty sure the two, it was like $500 or something like that. I thought about it. Like, I'd be lying if I said I didn't. I like to do things to say I did it. And of course, I made this video, and any affiliate sales, I link, that benefits my dreams of this kickoff. I am, full-time Coast Guard. I'm gonna retire December 26th, so I'm hoping that this will kick off something good between, the affiliate sales and then selling products or whatever. Check out my book, ABCs of Woodworking, all children based right now. And I think that's the niche that I want to get into. What? How crazy is that? They all thread in. I mean, as I planned. Oh, geez. I wouldn't say it glides, but it moves. So I need to figure out, what the binding is. There are adjustments on this. how true to the blade is it. I got two ways of squaring this off. So the first is my book, ABCs of Woodworking. It is a sweet little step to inviting your little ones into the woodworking process. Definitely jump on Amazon and check it out. Second way, let's move it over here and lock it down. Just bring it to the edge right here. I think. All right, it's locked down. Does it move at all? Very little. All right, so the front, or back, I guess, my side. We'll switch to millimeters just so it's a little more accurate here. 187 millimeters on the front, 186 on the back. Let's make sure that it's true that way. I'm gonna pick this up, put it on this side of the blade. Sorry for the noise. I'll put it on this side. Lock it down. 201 millimeters. Yeah, just under 201 millimeters. So that's pretty damn good. Way better than the AccuFence, the line rip, and then whatever the original fence I had on here was.